Hey everyone, I'm back, and today we're going to be talking about Eraserhead, directed by David Lynch, and this movie came out in 1977. I've never seen any of his movies before, and I thought this movie was really great, and I had a really great time watching it. Now, before I continue, I just want to mention, if I seem as though I have a bit of a headache or I talked a little bit differently, that's because I do. And that's because I watched two movies today, this and Candyman from 1992. And I will be reviewing that later tonight at the time of me recording this, and I'll probably upload that the same day I upload this video. So that's going to be the plan. And I'm pretty tired right now after watching Candyman, but we'll talk about Candyman later. So moving back to Eraserhead, I can't even talk about the plot of this movie, not because it's one of those movies where if you say certain things about the story, then you'll be spoiled for the movie. It's the plot is not really the point. It doesn't really have much of a plot, if even that. It kind of does, but it kind of doesn't, in a way. I'm sure that's really confusing, but really what this movie thrives on is its presentation, and it's just about our main character and having these like weird thoughts going through his mind, and there's some really horrifying things that come along the ways, or at least really creepy things that he imagines, and it's really engaging in those ways. What I love most about this movie is that it's really slow, and it lets every scene breathe, and my only complaint with this movie would be that it was kind of too slow for my liking for the first half. But once we get to the second half, just when I was about to get a little bit bored, something crazy happened, and I was back into the movie. And I was like, oh my god. And there's some legitimately horrifying things in this movie that really got a reaction out of me, and it wasn't shock value. It didn't show you something disturbing for the sake of showing you something disturbing. I feel as though it had a purpose in this movie, and the way the things are presented in this film, I think it's purposeful, and there's lots of thought put into the movie, and lots of care, and all of the performances are really good, and I like the practical effects, and there's really not much to dislike about this movie. There isn't a whole lot to talk about because you can be spoiled. In terms of like explaining what certain things are in the movie, but like you can't really spoil the plot for this movie because it's kind of simple, but it's if you really read into it, it kind of goes a little further than that as to what the movie is implying with certain things. And this movie is going to ask you to read into it. So be prepared for that if you do decide to watch this movie. And also keep in mind, this movie is an hour and a half, so it's very low commitment. This movie isn't just like a horror movie. There are scenes that have bits of comedy thrown in, and the comedy works really well, and it's pretty funny. Like, there's a character named Bill in this movie. He's a parent of the woman in this movie that you meet kind of early on in the film. She's like the main one. Well, not the main one. The mother of the child that is in this movie. And Bill, he has some really interesting things to say whenever he's on screen. And he's not in the movie a whole lot, and when I say not a whole lot, he's in the movie for like 5 minutes, and that's it. But when he's on screen, he's really fun to watch. And all of the side characters in this movie are really entertaining to watch, and I liked them a lot. And some of them aren't even real characters, as in real people. Some of them are just figures in a way. And they're still entertaining to watch. And this movie was great. I would love to revisit this movie. It has a great atmosphere. I really love the tone for this movie. I loved the performances, the characters, the presentation of everything. The horror elements of this movie are great. It's not a scary movie, but the emotions that it gets out of you would be that of a horror movie. So keep that in mind if you decide to watch this movie. I know I've said that already, but I just wanted to make sure that it's clear as to what I'm saying. Overall, this movie was excellent, and I would highly recommend this movie. It's not going to be for everyone. It is out there, but for me personally, I would happily revisit it, and I'm going to give Eraserhead a 9 out of 10. Thank you for watching my videos as always. If you enjoyed this review, be sure to leave a like and comment down below what you thought of Eraserhead down below. And my social media links, they will all be in the description down below, so follow me there. And last but not least, subscribe to be a part of Foley Nation. And I'll see you when I get my next review up, which is going to be Candyman. It's pretty much part 2 for tonight for me. And I've got some things I want to say about it. So look forward to that, but until I get that up, thank you for watching and have a great day.